Hi, it's the 20th of August today, and we've just stopped about halfway between our home and the orchard just to look at this marvellous field of wheat. As most of you will know, it's been a very difficult and strange year as far as weather is concerned. We've just driven past a field of sweet corn, maize, which isn't looking great at all. It's improved a bit recently, but it's probably not going to ripen properly this year. Here's a field of wheat, and it is a very beautiful sight. It's not quite looking as golden as it should. We were watching the television last night. There's a program called Country File. It's a guy called Adam the farmer, who's a wonderful man. And he was looking at his field of wheat, and he was quite glum. At one stage he looked as if he had to almost choke back some tears. You know, it's been a very, very strange year. Back in there's a tractor starting up over there. Back in March it was looking like a really serious drought was going to hit us, and then we had constant rain. Constant rain means ideal conditions for fungal disease, and I think there probably is a bit of fungal disease in this wheat. We've certainly got a lot of fungal disease on the apple. British apple crops are going to be reduced by about 50% this year. That's not just based on my estimation of what we've got, our situation, but a friend of mine who buys apples in from other growers in order to make cider, he is saying that the two people he deal with, their yield is going to be 50% down this year. The wheat yield is going to be down maybe 30%, and I gather that in the United States they've had much more of a problem with drought than we have, and their yields are going to be down, which is going to affect global grain markets. There's also the issue of grain being taken to make industrial alcohol to add to fuel, add to petrol to go in motor vehicles. So altogether, you know, there's just some dodgy times out there, and I really want to just make this video for two reasons. One is to, to say that if any of you out there has any power, maybe some of you are younger than me, hopefully a lot of you are, and stuff, to think about the future and think about ways in which agriculture, the impact and the practice and the protection and the security of agriculture can be enhanced in ways to to protect us against various shocks, whether oil shocks or weather shocks in the future. I think this is really very, very important stuff. Very important stuff, because you cannot survive without food, and that brings me to a point I'd like to make. You occasionally see a bumper sticker on a car saying, "If you can read this, then thank a teacher." Yeah. Well, if you ate today, then you should thank a farmer. Support your local farmer. These people don't earn very good money. Everyone wants something off of them. Everybody wants to take something from the farmer. Currently in the UK we're having this situation where the supermarkets are selling milk at less than the cost of production in order to pull customers in, because people apparently are absolutely desperate to buy something a little bit cheaper. And milk is being sold in many supermarkets for less than the cost of bottled water. Farmers are, in some cases, are being paid below the cost of production. Thousands of farmers have gone out of business. This is not an intelligent way to manage a society, and I'm not a Marxist, and I never will be one. But hey, come on, food security actually matters quite a lot. I don't want to get unduly political, but food security really, really, really matters. And this year, I think we're going to see our food prices going up. And don't put whimpering about it. We have to deal with the realities. Anyhow, I better go and do a bit of work at the orchard.